Okay, welcome back. We're going to talk about some of the games that we saw over the weekend. First thing I got to say, it was a rough week for the AFC North. And all of them lost in dramatic fashion last few seconds. Of course, around here we got to talk about the Browns and Lions game first, which amazingly enough, we made fun of the game last week, talking about, we did our trivia question, saying, what was the score, who's going to score the winning touchdown, winning points. We thought it might be by safety, and come to find out, this might have been the game of the year. Of course, like only the Cleveland team can do, the Browns will go up 24-3 first quarter and still lose.
I guess the Lions were who they thought they were.
All right, I guess we'll get you guys' thoughts on the game. Were you happy to at least see the offense was moving the ball, or is it just another long history of disappointing Cleveland losses?
I mean, man, the Browns and the Lions moved the ball because the defenses didn't show up. Did the defenses get lost? Mm-hmm. It's like, I don't know. It's like the defenses didn't show up in that game.
Well, I'll tell you why. Because it was play action. I never seen two teams fall to play action back to back to back.
Yeah, but they weren't even running the football.
Yeah, it's like no one
play action.
Huh?
No one was running the football. Why would you fall for play action?
Exactly.
Shit.
It's like,
that was the thing.
I mean, those guys are a threat to run. It's like, but they didn't establish the run.
That's the whole thing.
It just shows how neither of these coaches are ready for prime time. I mean, Jim Schwartz, who, and Augustus Gloop. I mean, Eric Mangini. It's like this looked like a college game.
Yeah.
Except with uglier jerseys.
And then just one more point that Sean had talked about. And he said this right when he did it. Why did Mangini call timeout? Because Culpepper was about to take the field, and
that was my next point. I was about to bring that up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my thing is, other than I don't remember the guy from the Buffalo Bills earlier this year that blew the game for but Cliff Poteet. What in the world was he doing? That was the most blatant interference call I've ever seen. I mean, it's a Hail Mary. All you have to do is look for the ball.
Exactly.
And he's pushing the dude out of bounds. He's not looking for the ball. I mean, that makes no sense at all.
Yeah. Well, in a post-game interview with Andre Knott, he claimed that he was coached once the guy rolls out the pocket to push the guy out of bounds.
You can't do that when the ball's in the air.
Yeah.
That's automatic interference or holding or illegal contact.
It's like, my question is, how did the Browns pass rush give him 9 seconds to throw the ball?
Well, because they sent everybody back. They only rushed 3.
Yeah.
They only rushed 3. I mean, that's what everybody does in the NFL.
Man, like I would have said at least 4.
But did you hear Mangini complaining after the game?
No, I didn't.
Complaining about the Lions were faking injuries throughout the whole game. To slow the Browns' offense down.
Well, the fake. I mean, if Stafford's injury was fake,
wait, he's not talking about Stafford injury. He's talking about the prior to like in the first quarter, second quarter, Browns got the big lead. All of a sudden, you saw Lions players going down because they were moving the ball so well, and it made you just complaining about that.
Well, I mean, I haven't seen the injuries he speaks of, but if they did happen at the most opportune times, he might have a point. But your defense has to make some stops, and Brady Quinn has to get points when it matters. Had they converted when it was like 2 minutes left in the game, we'd be talking about how the Browns won 37-31.
We gotta move on. We gotta move on. We got next game. Of course, we gotta talk about this one too around these parts. Kansas City, Pittsburgh. Steelers now lost 2 in a row. Actually, more importantly, they may even lost Ben Roethlisberger. They also lost. I can't remember. Charlie Batch.
Injury.
But news today, Roethlisberger's probably going to play, but it's still risky when you got a concussion.
And look who they're playing.
Yeah, they're playing the Raiders. So I didn't see too much of this game, Steelers game, but they seemed like they were up early. I think they were up 17-7. And I don't think just coasted. I don't know what happened. I just thought it was all right that Chris Chambers, Cleveland's own, came back to bite him. I thought that was funny too. But but apparently it shows that how Pittsburgh defense is not the same without Polamalu in there.
Yep.
Because Castle. I never seen him I never seen a quarterback have this time throwing Lewis before. It just that's the biggest thing I saw in this game. And it's still the Steelers can't run the football consistently, and I think that hurt them as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched parts of the game, and it's like, how did the Steelers lose that game? It's like Jamal Charles showed that he's got some talent. Yeah. So it was good to see him kind of have a coming out, kind of escape the small shadow of Larry Johnson, and it's bad when Mr. Insignificant wins a game for you. It means like just. Oh, his name is Sucker.
He was the last pick of the draft.
Last pick of the draft.
All right, and then another thing I think that they have a serious problem with, they need to address. That's 8 straight games, and they didn't give up a return touchdown either by punt or kickoff return.
Well,
that's you can't win in the field doing that.
Well, like they also, I think they threw in interception returns with that. With interception returns, it's kind of offense's fault, and offenses really can't.
That was return touchdowns.
Yeah, that's just a straight.
That's just punt or kickoff.
Yeah, special teams got to get better. You just can't let returns like that happen, especially when you have the Browns on your schedule.
Well, Cribs got one on them. That's
Cribs got one,
yeah.
and Cribs is coming again. So that you can't have that if you're Steelers.
Well, especially when you playing Kansas City, a team that doesn't have any offense. That's the only way they're going to be in the game is returns.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to move